Magneto, and of Prometheus as a rebel, I think that it's important to recognize that the rise of Prometheus in the period of Aeschylus to a position of prominence in Greek culture as a kind of supreme tragic hero, it heralds the rejection of the ethical position that might makes right, which we later see in a more rigorously scholastic way in Plato's philosophy. So, the ideas on justice that Plato develops in Republic, that it's the wise who should rule, and those who have, the most well-developed character and the most refined capacities in order to govern a society in a manner that will allow for human flourishing, it's those individuals who ought to rule, not the most forceful people in society or the wealthiest people in society. I think that position on justice that's developed in Plato's Academy, where, by the way, there was a shrine to Prometheus, and they used to run they used to take torches lit in the fire of the shrine to Prometheus in Plato's Academy and run down into the city of Athens with them, with these torches. In any case, these ideas on justice that we see developed in classical Greek philosophy are heralded by the portrayal of Prometheus in the tragedy of Aeschylus, in the cycle of Prometheus tragedies written by Aeschylus, Prometheus the Firebringer, Prometheus Bound, and so forth. And so in these tragedies, I think what you see is the first development of the insight that there can be an ideal order of things. The world can be other than the way that it is. The way things are, and the way they appear to always have been, as traditionalists conceive of it, right? Social institutions are justified because this is the way we always did things. This is how it always has been. This is what we inherited from the forefathers. In the portrayal of Prometheus that Aeschylus gives us in his tragedy, we see the first conception of an ideal order of things, a kind of utopia, defined against the way things happen to be, and the way things were in the time of our ancestors. So the vision of utopia is the basis for Promethean rebellion, for Prometheus as the rebel against every form of tyranny, which is, not just the tyranny of a despot or of oligarchs, but also tyranny of the majority, where, a collective of people want to impose stagnation and conservative protection of various social institutions. They want to impose this kind of regressive state of affairs onto an innovative and visionary minority who, wind up being sacrificed for the sake of a stagnant majority. And of course, this brings us back to Magneto, who I think, is the rebel against the tyranny of the majority on behalf of a visionary and evolutionary minority. So Magneto is calling for a kind of evolutionary revolution, which is how I see the spectral revolution.